Hi everyone, this is the instruction video for the 8th grade Hobbit project. The project is due January 10th, 2014, and this project is a project the 8th graders have done for the past couple years. We do it after we complete reading the novel The Hobbit, and this particular video will show you some of the ideas and projects you could complete, and also it will give you some pictures of some of the past projects, and we'll also talk about what Common Core standards are being covered by this particular project. So anyway, we'll get going with some of the possibilities for you to try with your particular project. Before we look at the possibilities for your projects, we'll look a bit at the Common Core standards that are covered when this project is completed. There's two areas that we really hit when we complete this project, and that's the comprehension and collaboration. That would be the Speaking and Listening Standards 8.1, 8.2, and 8.3. And then also, in particular, when we're presenting the project at the end, we are covering the Presentation of Knowledge and Idea standard, which is Speaking and Listening Standard 8.4 and 8.5 and 8.6. I'm not going over each one of those, but you can see specifically that each one has specific things that are covered when this entire project is completed by you. So we'll continue on with some ideas now, some possibilities that you can try for your project. We'll start out here looking at some of the possibilities that you would have for your projects. We'll start out with this first one here. This is what we call the costume day, and you will dress up like any character in The Hobbit. Remember, this is any character, but you must attempt to wear clothing that would appear to be similar to what the novel says about the character. The actual day for this event will be Wednesday, January 15th, 2014. All people that choose this activity will use this day to wear their costume. I will let administration know that this event is occurring, and you will present your costume and explain it to the class. Again, we've had a variety. And most of them have been pretty good. Look at the pictures that you see on the internet. I have a couple books that deal with costuming for the movie. Look and see the descriptions in the book, and you'll see and read some specifics about the characters, Gandalf, Bilbo, some of those. So it's a great project to try. One of the second projects would be the create a prop, and this has been a really popular one. You can create anything: a gem, a jewel, an armor piece, treasure, a piece of jewelry, weapons that are used in The Hobbit. Be detailed. You make it special with good presentation, such as the cases, the boxes, the padded display. The display and the presentation of this is extremely important. It needs to look special. If you're creating any type of weapon, you must bring it to me when you arrive at school. It will be kept in my room. Cardboard or plastic weapons are permissible. That has been approved by the administration, but you cannot use any real weapons for this project. Presentation and labeling are extremely important in this project. You will present this item and explain it to the class. And again, there's a whole variety of things you can do here. But again, the more special this looks, the better it's labeled, the more specific and like something that comes directly out of the British Museum. It's something that's displayed there with good place card that describes it. All of that is going to be important in this particular project. So those are the first two. Another possibility is the writing of a poem or a song lyric that would fit some way into The Hobbit. It needs to be 5 or more stanzas, and there has to be 4 lines per stanza. It can rhyme, it doesn't have to rhyme. It can be set to music or not. Again, the more creative, the better. Even the presentation of this needs to be neat and clever. Calligraphy writing or unique printing, typing, or any decorating of this presentation will be needed to make this project complete. You will present this and explain and perform it for the class. So again, a great little piece. We have lots of music and lots of poetry in The Hobbit, so it blends well with that. Another possibility is creating a game. We've had a couple of these created in the past, and they've been really, really, really good. A board game, a card game, any type of game that involves characters or locations or major items of the plot of The Hobbit. The rules need to be written and then presented and explained to the audience. You can adapt a current game and change rules to fit your newly created Hobbit-themed game. So that's another possibility. Another possibility is creating some sort of video. You can create a video of a particular scene from The Hobbit. You can use your family, your friends in this video, and you can either direct it or you can also have a direct role in it. You be creative with this and come up with a video that is at least 2 minutes long. And again, we haven't had this one before, but the more we work with video and audio equipment, and the more possibilities we have with just the videos on using cell phones and that sort of thing, I would imagine we will probably be getting some of these. Another possibility is the poster or book cover. You can create a poster promoting the book or create a book cover for The Hobbit. This is not a movie poster, but rather a book poster. It needs to be creative, clever, appealing to the eye. Pretend you are the marketing director of a company that is selling or distributing the book, and you need a great promotional poster. It has to be at least 18 inches by 12 inches. It can be larger. Again, a big thing on this is creativity and neatness. So put yourself in the place of that marketing director and what is going to attract the eye, what is going to attract the buyer. Another possibility, which is a really, really fun one, and everybody enjoys this one, is the foods possibility. We have the mention of a lot of foods because the hobbits love to eat, and a lot of interesting foods. And if you start researching a bit, you'll find a lot of interesting things on the internet dealing with this. How did Bourne's cram really taste? Would you eat lembas bread? What did the hobbits eat for their 6 daily meals? You research the internet and find recipes that deal with the Hobbit or anything connected to Tolkien and his stories. There's a lot of internet sites devoted to this. And then lastly, this is for the really creative, the people who outdo me and have something really, really they want to share. And I just say something else awesomely cool. You get it approved with me and it will be a go, but you first of all have to tell me about it, what your ideas are. So this is basically what I have 8 possibilities, and again, there's more. Just start thinking and you might come up with something that I haven't mentioned already. So we'll continue on here. I want to finally discuss what happens after the projects are presented. You'll bring them in on the day that they're due, and within the next week we will do the actual presentation to the class and to the audience. Also, I would like these projects to be something that the other students in the school and possibly even the elementary kids can come down and look at. So we will display them on a table, and we will encourage your friends that are in other classes, and I will probably even put it on the announcements that anybody who wants to come in and look at the projects can certainly come in and look at them. But what I expect out of this project are some specifics here, and the first one is to just simply get up and show and explain your project. Tell the specifics about it, tell what you know about it, tell what you know the story said about it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to explain your research methods and find the sources and identify the sources of your research. This means give credit to those people who are due credit. Tell us where you looked, what you found out. Was it in books? Was it in the Hobbit book itself? Was it on the internet? All those types of things that you search through to find your information. Tell us where. The third one is, this is more the actual presentation and how you do it. I want you to speak loud and I want you to speak clear so that all people can hear. This is very, very important, and you need to start this at an early age. And so I expect that everyone can understand and hear what you're saying about your project. A fourth one is also very, very important, is to make eye contact with the audience. Look at your audience members, glance around, look at everybody. Pretend like you're having a one-to-one conversation with each person and tell them about what you did. And the last thing is just very, very simple, and actually gets to be quite fun, is to answer any questions that the audience has. And we always have some really, really good questions, and this is the part that I think look forward to the most, is hearing the questions that kids will ask you and they want to know from you specifically about your project. So anyway, the last thing here I'm going to include in this video are a few pictures of some past projects, so you can look and see. We have everything from some poetry that was written to foods to the weapons, the rings, the stones, the Arkenstone, of course, and just some really fun things. So as you can see, here are some photographs that deal with the past projects, and up in the corner you can see some of the food delicacies that were brought in that go along with Tolkien's works. We also had poetry that was written, and we also had some swords, and of course Sting. We had games. We had the presentation of the Arkenstone, which is probably the most famous relic out of The Hobbit. Gollum's ring was also presented. We also had a recipe for lembas bread, along with that particular student bringing in the sample of lembas bread on the food day that we served the food. And also last, you can see the picture of the display, crowded together a bit, but if you came and saw what we had, you'd be quite impressed, I think. So this completes the instructions on the Hobbit project. Just as a reminder, it's due January 10th, 2014. You can bring it at any time before that, but I do expect it to be completed and in the classroom at the beginning of class on January 10th. Remember, if you have any weapon replicas, please bring those into the classroom earlier. I will keep them in there. Also, if you have any questions, any concerns about anything, please ask. Get the information that you need from me. I will tell you what you need to know. So again, don't be afraid to ask. I think this would be a really, really good experience for you, and I hope you enjoy it, and lots of luck.